Good morning to you. Happy hot Wednesday. Leaving the cave, heading on home. And happy to see you guys. I have been without a phone for the last few days. My battery decided to die, and Tom was nice enough to hook me up with a brand new one. So we are charged up and ready to go. And I'm gonna have a little bit of a busy day for us today. Everybody's busy today. We still got all kinds of construction going on around here. I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. And I think Tom and I will be going out to lunch later on. Like later, early dinner. So I'll try to bring you with us then. How have you all been? It's super hot again. I think we're getting some thunderstorms tonight. I've had a semi-busy week, nothing stressful, just seeing friends and doing stuff. We went to the farmer's market. We went out to hear my friend Jeff play. We went out to hear Steve play last night, but it was so packed at the place they were playing that we couldn't get in. But that's a good thing because they were packing the house over there. So, and that's really it. I haven't been able to do any filming because I use my phone for filming. So today I'm going to try to start the Dyson Deal Challenge for August. And I try to have that out by the 1st, but obviously there was nothing I could do about it this month. So thank you for your patience. And that's it. We started watching a really cool show on Netflix last night. It's like 5 episodes, and I fell asleep during the 3rd episode. Daughters of Destiny. Totally recommend it if you have not seen it. And I mean, just really well done, and a documentary, true story. And boy, it makes you thankful and grateful every day, you know, or makes me thankful and grateful every day. But people are living through some harsh stuff, you know, and facing some real challenges, and very inspiring. So that's that. And I've been in touch with my daughter and grandkids down south. Everybody's adjusting well. My granddaughter's enrolled in gymnastics, and I told you Carter's going to start school soon. So we're going to send them a little care package. And that's about it. Blessed Lammas, Blessed Lunasa, Blessed First Harvest. I hope you guys all ate some bread yesterday. And it was very low-key. Tom and I just hung out, had some dinner. I didn't do anything special. I did do like a craft, but I want to save that for a video, so I'm not going to tell you about it. And we're pulling into the nest right now. Actually, we just did. And so here's another beautiful day. It's actually starting to cool down a little, which is nice. I'm really kind of anxious to get started filming the Dyson Deal Challenge, so I think we're going to get right to some show and tell. Just listening to some Dead this morning, and the band. I love Pandora. Can just put it on and let it go. Let me show you a couple things over here. I was actually able to putter around and do a few things that I wouldn't have normally done sad to say, if my phone had been working this week, because I would have spent time filming. And instead I was able to clean up the deck outside, and I fixed my dresser drawer, which has been broken for about 1.5 years. And, you know, just little things like that. So, what did I want to show you over here? I've already made the coffee, fed the birds, I'm dressed, ready to go. Still using that Palo Santo oil every day. It's a small bottle, too. Oh, it's still going strong. Couldn't focus last week, can't focus this week. That's alright. There we go. Just do it. Face the fear and do it. Da-da-da. Oh, how's our tie-dyed celery? It's actually ready to transplant. You can see, I think you can see on the leaves some of the blue. And you know, of course, I planted some garlic. And even though that looks so blue, it actually looks kind of indigo, doesn't it? See the purple on the bottom? It is purple food coloring. There we go. How much fun is that? I think my mother taught me to do that, to grow the ends of my scraps. And it's fun to have on your kitchen windowsill, right? Still been playing with beads this week. And it's funny, I know. I took the charm off of this. Remember the peace sign that was hanging in the middle? And I'm just leaving this alone for now. But I did get some copper wire in, and I had to laugh because, again, everybody pulls from the same collective consciousness, I think. And one of my favorite YouTubers, Barb Owens, just put out a video about doing copper wire crafts. So it's always like that. I did this. What do you guys think of this? This is silver wire and just little, those are crystals from a necklace that was my grandmother's. So that's kind of special. And yeah, you know, I just have to have more things hanging in the window. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing a video on something like that. You know, to me it seems very simple, but I know that that's not true for everyone, and that we all have different talents, etc. What am I even talking about? I don't know. I made some hummingbird food the other day. I'm still using this as a planter, and I think it's going to remain an indoor item, but I haven't hung it yet. So let me get situated. I think let's do show and tell in the bedroom today, just for a change of pace, and give you the view from the kaleidoscope, which looks the same as last week. We can't have that. Yeah. Let me do this so I can do some filming for some Dyson dealing. Okay? See you in a little bit. Here we are. Apparently I can't talk today because this is like the 4th time I've started this portion of the video. Hi you guys. Here we are for some show and tell, and trust me, it's not as exciting as all of that. Basically this week I just, like I said, I chilled and puttered around, spent some good time with friends. My sister of the moon, Donathan, came over last week. That's always great. She's newly transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, so I help her out with some recipes, and you know, it can be very daunting at first. So I'm so excited for her and the changes she's making. And what else? Tom, Nick, and I went to the Ellenville flea market. Finally made it over there, and saw John, the gardener, who's tending my garden, my old garden in Kerhonkson, and I met his wife, and shout out to them, and we got some amazing veggies, and just got to talk about things, and I'll show you. I also picked up some soap from their booth, so that was cool. And what else? Tom and I went out to see, I told you, Jeff was playing at the brew here, and the other half of the band, Bob, who plays the bass, is laid up, so they have a new person in the band, this woman named Margie Zintz, and shout out to her. They sounded amazing together, so that was cool. And like I said, we tried to go support Steve and Joanna and Kenny last night at the brew, but they packed the house. So we have been getting out, and there is another summer concert music series tonight, which, I don't know, maybe Tom and I'll go over there. I keep saying this, and we haven't made it to one yet. So we'll definitely at least have to make it to the one with Steve's band. But I'm looking down. Let me see. I kind of was really, it was hitting me this week that I was missing my grandma duty time. And so I just go with that too, you know. It brings up all other kinds of feelings of loss. And I think a lot of people have been really feeling this, I don't know, change of seasons, upcoming retrograde, whatever's going on, full moon coming. But yeah, it was a little sad, but it's okay. You know, I go with it and I get it out, and sometimes I cry and move on. And but like I said before, I know that it's all good things for them. So I'm gonna stop rambling. Let me look down. I went to see Ellen and Antoine yesterday, and I saw Laura and Kenny, and they're all wonderful on the back deck with Iris the dog and Darby. And apparently the chicken who I showed you guys in the vlog, Henny Penny, flew the coop. So I wish her well. And I've been getting a lot of feathers. Now, obviously, I feed the birds, and I know that there's a lot of birds around, but I don't want to read too much into it. But I've been getting a lot of little feather messages, so from my angels, I guess. And that's how I choose to see it. So I was supposed to be, Tom and I were going to be bringing my, excuse me, I have like hair on my face, bringing my car in I got a notice that there was a recall. So I called yesterday, I called about the recall, and they said no, that my car wasn't affected, which is good. And I've had my car since, I drive a Mitsubishi Eclipse 2006 that I bought used. I bought it with, I think it had 6,000 miles on it, so it had been gently used. I don't know, I think I paid $14,000 for it. Now this is 2007, I think, so 10 years ago. I've had the car all this time, knock wood. It's been a huge blessing to me. I love my car, and it's in great shape. I do basic maintenance on it. Tom's really good about, Tom and now Nick too, and my son also, were good about, you know, helping me out, knowing when I need to get things done. And obviously I know when to change my oil and stuff. And I know how to change oil. I learned that in driver's ed, that and how to change a tire. Not that I've had, again, knock wood, any need for that, but they did used to teach us that in driver's ed. I don't know if they still do. So my car, anyway, it just, like 2 weeks ago, hit 100,000 miles. Now, that's pretty good. And I use that car all the time to commute back and forth to work. It's amazing in the snow. It's four-wheel drive. And it's a race car. And it's beautiful. And I never would have bought that car if my youngest daughter, Danielle, she totally was responsible for that purchase. She saw it in the newspaper. I was definitely in the market for a car, and we went for it. So cheers to my Eclipse. I'm glad we didn't have to do a recall, but we were going to make a day of it, going out to a local town and like go to the Salvation Army and stuff. But that didn't work out. And so that gives me more time to hang out with you guys. And like I said, for the third time now, I'm going to start filming the Dyson Deal Challenge. But pretty sure we're going to be going out for a, we'll call it a lunch and dinner. So let me stop rambling and show you what I got. In no particular order, from friends, acquaintances, etc. The first thing I'm going to show you is, I told you I reconnected with my friend Mackie, who's from London, and she gave me, and this is all, I don't want to pull it because the tag is caught here. This is like, this is not even like, this is a shawl. Alright, don't do that at home. Hello, right? So it's just a lace shawl with a simple tie in the front. And I already told her that I am probably going to be dyeing this. So, oh, I don't know, a dark purple or indigo-ish, or maybe even some funky cool tie-dye, which I'll talk a little bit more. I'm trying to see what this is made out of. Cotton, 100% cotton. Okay, well, that will die wonderfully. So, isn't that beautiful? And thank you, Mackie, for that. She, I'm so glad to have her back in my life. So, we had gone, I don't know if I told you guys, we went out for Mexican food again. We tried to get over to the farmer's market. I think I did tell you. That was last week. That's last week's news. Anyway, next thing, in no particular, oh, this is what my phone battery came in. And again, thank you, Tom. And I wonder if you guys can help me out. This came in with the phone battery set, right? And I want to ask you guys what you think these are. Now, obviously, these are screwdrivers, right? To help me access my battery or fix my eyeglasses or whatever you use a screwdriver for. So I know that. And this is a suction cup, and I'm wondering if it's not meant to suction to the back of my phone case and then like use it as to help you carry it. Is that true? Or is this just a suction cup keychain? I think that's for the back of my phone to help me, right? Isn't that what they do these days? Oh, the progress I've made. These, again, I think are to pry the, I'm not going to apologize for the lighting, not going to apologize for the lighting. To pry the back of the phone off so I could change the battery, right? But what is this for, you guys? These look like guitar picks to me. But they have these little circles here. Wow, I am going to have to change the angle that I'm sitting, aren't I? Now, I don't know. Do they go together? What is this? What is the purpose of this? Why are they sending me guitar picks? Is this also to help, like, pick up your battery? Or does that work with the... I don't know. Can you guys clue me in? What is this madness? What sorcery is this? I have no idea. But thank you, Phone Battery Place, for sending me goodies that I can put in my junk drawer and make a mixed media assemblage collage out of, right? Yeah, so that was fun, and if not for that, I wouldn't be sitting here with you. And really, I didn't miss too much filming. I missed the Dyson deal being, you know, coming out on the 1st, but I didn't miss a vlog. So here we are, so be quiet. Oh, and I wanted to talk about this again. Another thing I did while I was without the phone was pick up A Dreamer's Life again, and I told you I got this from Larica Bretherton in some Happy Mail, and I will put her information below too. She's a really amazing, cool, spiritual Reiki healer, wonderful woman, and Larica, I am really enjoying this book. So check this out, and I'm like halfway, okay? So, and also, speaking of books, I mentioned my friend Christina Cameron Robbins with the House of Charms series. Her 4th book is out on Amazon. She's the girl I met at the tie-dye workshop. Her 4th book was just released, and so congratulations to you, sister, and I'll put Christina's info below too. Check it out. That's like a young adult fairy adventure. So, have been reading and playing my guitar. Thank you for the love. Boy, I almost didn't post that moon shadow. You guys, I don't know if you really know how much I struggle with being self-conscious with that, because I honestly feel that my skill level with guitar playing is the same as it was when I was 14 years old. But I do keep trying to plug away at it, and I would love to really learn how to like strum but I haven't put a lot of time and energy into it. Anyway, my point is, it's hard for me. And I have a little thing on my refrigerator that I took from one of the motivational speakers I listen to, and it's just says, feel the fear and do it anyway. And I kind of was in that headset that day. And so I took a big gulp and I did it anyway. And I appreciate the love from you guys. So stay tuned for that. I'm not going to do it in every video, but I will continue to try to improve in that area, right? So many things, so little time, so much to do. What a blessing. Anyway, I'm just pulling from a pile next to me. This was, I got a couple Amazon orders, and this is another can of silver Rust-Oleum metallic spray paint, and this was a great deal, and that's why I'm showing you this, because it came in the mail, but it was only $2. It was one of those add-on items. I do have a Prime membership, and I highly recommend it if you guys can afford it. It's like $100 a year, but you get free shipping, and there's all kinds of benefits. But anyway, I think it was like if I ordered over $25, I could get this for $2. So I did, and that's a great size, and I'll probably have it for 20 years, but Yahoo Silver Spray Paint. The next thing I'm going to show you, Tom and I went to Walmart, my not favorite place to go, to pick up some groceries. Sometimes you just got to go there, you know. And I needed some new makeup, and I wanted to try, you guys know, or maybe you don't know, that, you know, I buy drugstore makeup. Back when I was working and I had money, I would buy, I do like Urban Decay, but I am not a makeup snob. Not that people who are into good makeup are makeup snobs. That's not what I'm saying. I don't choose to put my money in that area when I can find comparable items I think are good enough for me. Anyway, I do like Wet n Wild, and I wanted to try these new foundations that I've heard about. And Wet n Wild is cruelty-free and vegan, and so this is their new Photo Focus foundation, and this is in bronze beige, and their colors are really light. I mean, they go super light, light, light. I got this concealer too, and they're supposed to, you know, no photo flashback, etc., etc. I find it's super blendable, really good coverage. It's what I'm wearing right now, which you can't see because the lighting is so cray-cray in here. But they were cheap too. This was like $4 and I don't know, 2 or 3. But I recommend these. I will put links to anything I talk about down below that I can link. Tom and Nicholas dropped me off one night from dinner or the farmer's market or something and passed a garage sale on their way home, and so picked me up a couple things, and I'll show you. These are random and adorable, and nothing's been washed yet, and I probably will, I don't know if I'll paint this because it's already purple, but do you guys know what this is? I know what it is. Tom wasn't sure what it was, and last night it occurred to me what this is. It's a jewelry holder. So you could put your rings down here, and this screen up here you could put your earrings through, or it's a stencil, or it's a decoration in your garden. It's whatever you want it to be. I think he said he paid like $1/4 for this. I don't know if you could see the cool paint around the trim of the wire of the butterfly. And yeah, so that's cool. Thank you, Tom and Nicholas. And also at that same garage sale, bags are in the air apparently. He got me this really cool old style, old school hippie bag. This is like Guatemalan fabric, which I love. Really thick. It's lined. Man, you guys, I'm sorry about the lighting. The brand, if that means anyone to anyone, is Tokyo Darling. It's got a braided strap, and it's really cool. And I've almost given away all of my bags. I have 2 left, and I think I'm keeping those 2. But we'll see, you never know. Makes me feel good to be able to do that. And speaking, there's a giveaway coming up. You guys, we're close. We are so close to 5,000. I have a huge bag of stuff, and as soon as we hit, I'll put out a video, and we're going to go for it. So that's exciting. So stay tuned for that. And the last thing that Tom and Nick got me at the garage sale that they stopped at, you know I love my crates. Well, look at this. This was most likely made for CDs or something, but you can use it for whatever you want. And this will fit nicely on my stack of already existing crates that I've gotten from the auction and yard and garage sales. in the kitchen. So that's like brand new. There's a tag on the back that says wood, oh God, Woodworks? I don't know. Can you read that? Probably not. Maybe you can. Anyway, so thanks guys. They all spark joy, so excuse me. I have a little bit of a summer cold. Just some sneezing and kind of a vague headache like all week. Nothing worse than that. Tom's been feeling it too. Maybe a little under the weather. I might have been a little cranky this week. I might have put my cranky panties on for a minute. I took them back off again. I have no patience for that. Anyway, I'll blame it on the retrograde. We'll blame it all on the retrograde. What else do I want to show you? Okay, this is next on the pile, so I'm going to show you. This is what I did without having a phone one night. And these little squares, this was totally inspired by a video I was watching from Craft Clatch with a K, both Craft and Clatch with a K. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? She showed a video where she had all these little squares of paper, and you know I love to quilt. Well, what I did was, and this is some obsessive Virgo behavior for you, I went into my, you know I'm very organized by nature anyway. When you guys send me happy mail, like if you send me papers and things like that, I put everything away. I put stickers with stickers, I put papers with papers. It's a thing. It's been my whole life. Anyway, so I have this bag of happy mail paper that you guys have sent me, and some that I've made too, but just papers I've gotten, etc. in the mail, right? Well, I decided to take out my cutting board and my rotary cutter, and I still have a bag of paper. I didn't do all of it, but I did do some greens and blues and white and red and, of course, purples. And I took these papers and I cut them into 1-inch squares. Yes, I did. And each one of these envelopes, you guys, I probably spent about a couple hours doing this. And so I love mosaic, and I have plans. Boy, do I have plans. But once I got done, you know, my wrist literally was hurting. I had a good amount. I took an old board that was the back of a picture frame, see, and all I did was make a grid of 1-inch squares, and then I took blue, purple, and green envelopes that I had, and I just blindly picked out squares and Mod Podged them down, and I haven't done anything else with this, but doesn't it look cool? And because of all those lines and everything, it makes me want to put swirls on it, or go abstract with it, or maybe like a black silhouette, or I don't know, but that's what I was doing without a phone, and it was fun, like I said, until it wasn't, and then I stopped. I suggest that when it's not fun anymore, stop doing it. Something that was fun, speaking of dyeing and tie-dyeing, etc., I told you when I went to the tie-dye workshop that the woman, Adrian, who ran the workshop, told me that she gets her dyes from the Dharma Trading Company. So I went to their website, and you guys, I cannot recommend this enough. And you can, first catalog is free, okay? And it is loaded with information and dyes and supplies and everything you ever wanted to know and more. And plus, hello, it is the summer of love. It's almost, what is today, the 2nd? So 2 weeks till Woodstock anniversary, which I used to live for every year, and now I'm just living every year. Yeah, so hello, and this reminds me, last night I got a text from my dear sister Sunshine, Miss Patty Greco Sunshine, from the Funky Hippie Chic Boutique, and she said, Cali, I have a question for you. A woman called, she's doing another tie-dye workshop. She said a woman called expressing interest and wanted to know if the scarves that were used to be dyed were silk or not. And Patty said, yes, they were silk. And then the woman said, well, no, thank you. I'm not interested. I'm vegan. And Patty didn't understand. And so I explained to her that strict vegans abstain from any and all animal products or anything coming from an animal as much as consciously possible, including silk from silkworms and beeswax from bees and honey and things like that. Now, I dyed a silk scarf and paid for the workshop. And I just wanted to tell you that it's almost 2 years now that I've called myself vegan. I was vegetarian 2 years prior to that, and it'll be 2 years for me being fully vegan, or 99.9% vegan, that I'm aware of in November. Sometimes these things come up. People choose to handle them different ways. I was unaware, my own fault, or not conscious of the fact that we were going to be dyeing silk. And when I got there, I chose to partake in the workshop and have a great time and make a beautiful item. I rationalized that in my head by knowing that in the future, you know, to be more aware, but I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I can't do this. I'm vegan and this is, you know, exploiting silkworms. You know, I wasn't going to go, and I'm not throwing shade on anyone who, we all choose to transition and handle these things how we can. I had an instance when I first went vegan where I was at someone's house and unbeknownst to me, there was butter in the mashed potatoes. Oh well, you know, you do the best you can with what you can. I've eaten, recently I found out that a cheese I was using had casein, you know, milk protein in it. It happens all the time, even when you're you know, maybe I should just call myself plant-based or something, but I explained that to Patty, and that also made me think, and I have thought for a while as an artist, you know, what do my other vegan friends do about, I'm not sure, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that they're not all vegan. Some of the glues that I use, maybe even the paints, I don't know if these are cruelty-free. I need to look more into that. I have changed my makeup. I have changed household items that I buy, obviously my diet, but it's a slow transition, and I think we have to be gentle with ourselves. As long as you're trying to do no harm, then I think you're doing the right thing. So, oh, but I did, I'm all la la la. I did find out that one of the glues that I have purchased in the past, which Weld Bond glue, I will put a link to that below. It's recommended by a lot of polymer clay artists, and I think I first heard the Unruly Housewife, or maybe Teresa Pandora Salgado, talk about it. So it's really good for like polymer clay and things, but it's an all-purpose glue, and that is vegan and cruelty-free, and so I am ordering some of that. But do you guys know of any other, you know, I haven't done a lot of research into it, but try not to be too hard on yourself if you are transitioning, because, you know, I'm light years away from how I was, and yeah, so it's good to, you know, talk about these things and educate people, and I'm learning every day too, and I'm constantly reading labels and, you know, finding out, you know, good stuff. So enough of that. If you're interested in, I was thinking of doing a, you know, like a follow-up, I've been vegan 2 years video upcoming anyway, and plus it'll be a year in November that I've been doing intermittent fasting every single day. I have not missed a day, and I've lost 16 pounds since November without even trying, without doing anything other than doing intermittent fasting, which is I don't eat anything until after 12 noon, and I stop eating at 8 p.m. So let me know if you'd like to hear more about that. That was a segue into a land I didn't know we were going into. Let's get back to the haul. Remember my neighbor Peggy, who I love and adore, and she was the librarian, the children's librarian. Peggy gave me, amongst other things, a beautiful wall hanging that's hanging on the back of my front door right now. It's like tapestry, Indian tapestry. Well, she had another one, and I have not like washed this or mended this yet, but I will be doing so. But I kind of like this one even better, and I love the last one. So I'm going to show this to you. Look at this, you guys. I'm going to go slow. And again, it's beat up. This is authentic, you know, real deal. I can smell Morocco or Marrakesh. Isn't this gorgeous? I love it. And you can see on the back where it's been mended and stuff already. So I will continue to show this some love. You can hear the blue jays outside. They're happy because... Hello. They're happy because they're blue jays. Isn't this gorgeous? Thank you, Peggy. I'm so blessed to have amazing friends, and I still have a hair on my face, which is torturing me. Oh, this came in an envelope, and I was like, what could it be? You know when you order stuff and you forget? Well, let that be a good problem to have. Back when I was back long ago when I was making the boho bags, like 2 weeks ago, I could have used this. Check this out. It's just a simple patch. I love it. I used to collect these back in the day. I think this was like $2. So it's an iron-on patch, but I like to iron them on first and then sew them later. And I don't know if I'm going to put this on a bag, or I have a jean jacket that's all patched up. So we'll see. This was from Superheroes is the name. Again, I'll put a link to this stuff. I get everything on Amazon. You know that. Including these. Just one of these. Oh, and you guys, I have a little bit of Happy Mail in my little box here, which I forgot about. I'm sorry. I love when you order something and it's coming from China and then it's, you know, 12 weeks later and you've totally forgotten about it, right? I was like, what is this? I opened it up, and they're bead crimps, you know, for jewelry making. Can you see that? Can you see the real me? Can ya? Can ya? Oh yeah, bead crimps. So I was like, oh. And I've had beads have been in the air. So these are just to, you know, at the end of a strand of beads or jewelry if you're making or something, you just can crimp the string itself and pinch it off, and it just gives a nice finished edge. Or if you're like me, you can just tie a knot. I think these are even tied. Yeah, the old habits die hard, but, you know, I'm trying to learn and advance in my crafting and my artwork, and don't we all try to do that? I'm going to show you something else that I'm really excited about. And before, when I shared with you, well, I'll show you that first. I talked about doing more copper wire and do some videos, right? So I ordered a bunch of different gauges. This is 12 gauge, and this is 16 gauge. These are just like from the home, you know, not Home Depot, but the home department. And this is 18 gauge, which I realized I have a lot of 18 gauge. And I'm really a silver girl at heart, but I love the look of copper. And it's beautiful. So, but yeah, I had ordered all this and been playing with all that all week, and then I saw her video. And then another thing that I had gotten a few days ago came in the mail, and then literally like an hour later, I was watching YouTube and I saw a video by Shell C from Paper Octio Studios. Shout out to Shell. and she was using these inks, and I laughed out loud because I had just bought them. So I ordered this set of Dr. P.H. Martin India ink, and I am really excited. I needed some inks, and you know, I've been growing I've only been doing artwork, you know, steadily for the last 3 years, and I started with nothing, like whatever few acrylic paints I had laying around and some magic markers, and slowly, you know, you build your stash. So I've wanted something like this for a long, long while, and I finally broke down and bought it. I think this was like $25 for this set, and of course they have all these amazing other like additional colors you can get. I saw like some iridescent ones, and they have golds and silver, but one thing at a time. But these really, I'm excited because I literally have one bottle of, beside my spray inks, which I love, don't get me wrong, and I'm not crying the blues here, you guys. You know I'm blessed. I'm on a limited income, but I get what I can get, and I'm blessed by the universe. So I have more than enough, trust me. And I found that out doing KonMari, right? How much do you need? But I wanted these, and I'm really happy I have them. And I've had one bottle of like India ink with a dropper for 20 years that I think I got at Walmart last year. So it was time. But I did laugh when I saw Shell using these, because there we go again. Everybody's pulling from the same pot. I told you about the farmer's market. In addition to, we got some zucchini, eggplant, summer squash, peppers, nectarines. Is that it? I think so. And then this amazing soap. Now, I just had a conversation about beeswax and honey, right? What I've said in the past is that I will eat, like my mom had chickens. I would have eaten her chicken's eggs. I have eggshell from her chickens. I don't want to eat eggs now for a multitude of reasons, but from a local farmer, I would eat chicken eggs. Or if Joe Schmo next door had a cow and wanted to give me a glass of cow milk, again, I know too much about this stuff, but I'm not adverse to that. Same thing with local honey and apiaries. I am comfortable, especially if I know the people or know of the people. I think I shared with you, I used to work with a girl whose husband had beehives, and she brought me in beeswax from those bees. And this is honey from the Damn Good Honey Farm in Kerhonkson, New York, which apparently was right down the road from my old house. John the gardener told me. And so this contains extra virgin olive oil, distilled water, coconut oil, organic palm oil, sodium hydroxide, Damn Good honey, cedarwood essential oil, and lemongrass essential oil. I know the bees aren't being exploited. They're happy. They're wonderful. And I'm okay with this. Now, you may disagree with me, and the vegan police may come out in full force and tell me, you know, take away my vegan privileges. But that's okay. I'm living how I want to live, and you should live how you want to live. But in the meantime, this smells so good, and I've been dying to use it, and I've been saving it to show you guys, and anyone who knows me knows how much I love my soap. So there's that. I'm off my soapbox for now. Okay, and oh, we also stopped on the way, at the farmer's market itself. In addition to veggies, there was a booth with young girls and their mother, and I'm going to shout these guys out. Micah and Ruby's Dancing Treasures, and Doris Levique or something. I will put this information below. They make jewelry, among other things, and were selling it to raise money for their dance troupe. They were young girls, and they also had Tupperware, and my sister used to be a Tupperware lady. Anyway, I was not in the market for any Tupperware, but I did contribute to the cause and buy this handmade little beaded bracelet, and So shout out to these girls who are working hard and dancing hard and raising money for good causes, and I'm all about it. So that's that. And I also got, oh, on our way home, we passed this, and he's only open in the summertime. This guy who, there's a lot of people who scavenge treasures. I mean, we met a lot of people like this when we were going to the auction all the time. People who gather things and then resell them, right? Either on eBay or Etsy, or have physical brick and mortar stores. This guy has a real building where the stuff is just stacked on top of each other, but there's always hidden treasures. There's not really a good vibe there, I have to tell you. It's kind of oppressive and a little uncomfortable, even coming from, I don't want to throw shade on anybody, well, coming from Joe Schmo, but we do, when your gut just tells you something's just not right here, that's what it feels like. It just feels sad and oppressive. Anyway, we did purchase a couple things before we left the sad, oppressive place. One of them being, I thought this was small enough to be a bracelet. Wow, you guys, can you even forgive me for this? It is a leather, like it's an anklet, but I thought, but it's a little too big, and I asked Tom if he wanted it, but he's not a, he's always working and stuff, so it's a little large. I'll either shorten it, or I don't wear anklets anymore. I was going to just lift my leg up and show you my anklet, but that's that. And also there, which I laughed and I almost didn't see these, I don't know how much these cost, $1 maybe? These are little tiny baby, like, Christmas bulbs. The label says IKEA, which means nothing to me. I know who IKEA is, but they're little purple glass balls. Hello, purple glass ball. And do you guys remember, and if you don't, I'm going to show you again, the wire tree that I got at a garage sale? Well, wouldn't this be great for like Halloween and stuff? I thought like purple balls and black bats or something like that. Or just, oh, a Charlie Brown tree. Now that I don't have grandchildren for Christmas. Oh no. All right, we're not going there. I'm going to have to get my butt on an airplane. You guys know that, right? I'll take you with me. I don't like to fly, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, like a quarter. So, and then I showed you the makeup. Oh, I got some extra large tissue paper. Just because I must have, it's funny. I'm not a compulsive shopper. I don't do it for sport or hobby, but occasionally, what I'll tend to do is fill up my cart on Amazon and then not check out. But sometimes things leak through and you're like, why did I get that? But, yeah, so I have some large 30 by 40 inch acid-free tissue paper. And actually, I do know why I got this. I have an idea, and I'll share that with you soon. But today's not the day. And two things, and I think I got these from, like, if I posted last Wednesday's vlog, like last Wednesday night. So I did open these, and I just want you to know. But this first one is a letter that I received, and I just want to shout her out and let her know that I received her letter. So, Linda, Linda Varnadore, I received your letter, sweetheart, and thank you for your love and kindness, and I love you right back, and it's amazing. So I'm loving you guys reaching out, and it's so cool. It's the best part of YouTube for me. And I also got this large envelope from Miss Diane Babcock, and thank you, Diane. You're amazing, and it is chock full, you guys, of goodies and love, and I will share this with you. And I'm not going to read any personal letters because they're personal. But speaking, oh, check this out. This I thought was so cool. It's on a hair clip. So you could use this like in a journal or your daily planner or something. But how cute is that? It's just a little clip. And she's embellished it. And I love it. And it's going to go in my little book where I keep the little bits and bobs from my Happy Mail. And speaking of getting amazing paper in the mail from you guys, check out these deli sheets that she did. Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I always use the things you guys send me in my projects. So you never know when things will turn up. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? These are just beautiful, Diane. Beautiful. So lots of paint and stamping and love. And she sent me, this is so cool, a packet. What a great idea. A packet of samples, little sample sizes. That's so much fun. And I apologize if you guys are hearing notification bells while I'm filming. I normally turn on airplane mode, but I keep seeing notifications coming up on my feed. So she sent me some legendary olive oil shampoo and conditioner and a moisture bomb, oh, a coupon and some super moisturizer. So thank you for that. Very cool. And a beautiful envelope. I admire people who do cards and envelopes and things. It's just not something that I've ever gotten into. But she sent me a sweet note. And again, thank you. I appreciate that so much. A beautiful ATC artist trading card that will go on my refrigerator next to all the other love that you guys have sent. Look, little embellishments, an ephemera, some hearts. You guys rock. These I thought were really cool. These gorgeous die-cut borders. Thank you again so much. These are just, aren't they cool? Love these. Gorgeous. Thank you so much, Diane. Love. One of my first videos on YouTube is like, how to make borders. And it literally, I try not to look back on my videos. Hopefully I've come a long way, baby. But check these out. You guys put me to shame every day. Ah, love this. Isn't she cool? That looks like a cool focal image for something. Some more very cool artwork on packaging, which, you know, I'm all about upcycling and recycling, and love that. So this is some deco art packaging. Shout out to Deco Art. Love them. This one, love this. It has a bottle cap on it. Isn't that beautiful? And who doesn't love a dragonfly? I know I'm not alone. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Friends. Little, what are these? Twinchies? Is that an inch? Oh, I guess they're inchies. Did you know that? That your thumb joint to your thumb is usually about an inch? It is. There's another one. I heart you. I heart you some more. I big heart you. Or as Nana number 3 says, love you big much. Shout out to Nana number 3. Shout out to all you guys who rock. Hello, gorgeous die cuts. Hi, fairies. Somebody just flew down, and of course, oh, there it is. Ah, there it is. There you go. You got to see the top of my head for a while. Wasn't that exciting? This is the flyaway guy. These are beautiful, so delicate. I've never had anything this delicate. Isn't that great? Aw, more hearts. Lots of love in this package. These are gorgeous. I'd be tempted to use these as stencils too. They're could Mod Podge them and make them sturdy. Very beautiful. So blessed. So blessed. Okay, you guys, that is it for this week's edition of Show and Tell for now. I'm going to upload these clips, and I'm going to switch my gear around and get filming, and then I'm going to touch base with you again when it's time to eat something, okay? So I'll see you then. I've talked long enough, I'm pretty sure. I love you guys. I'll see you when I see you.